There are many members of the Avengers, but who's the strongest, most powerful one of them all? Stay till the end of the video to find out. I made a list of the top 10 strongest, most powerful Avengers. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Let's get started. Number 10, Black Panther. Whether you realize it or not, T'Challa is a pretty strong MCU character. He was able to kick Bucky's ass in Captain America Civil War, unlike the other Avengers. His suit is made of vibranium as well as his claws. And do you know what else is made of vibranium? Yeah, it's Captain America's shield. That's why Black Panther managed to scratch the shield. Apart from his suit, Black Panther is also in amazing shape and he's a great hand-to-hand fighter. On top of that, the actor who played him was a hero too. Chadwick Boseman was doing all these fight scenes while he was battling cancer. Sadly, Chadwick passed away in 2020. There's a lot of theories and rumors about Black Panther's future in the MCU, but the producer said that Marvel isn't looking for another actor to play Black Panther. Number 9, Spider-Man. You might be a bit surprised that Spider-Man is this low on the list, but trust me, there are lots of more powerful characters. But that still doesn't change the fact that Peter is a strong Avenger. I mean, his strength is just incredible. He was able to stop Bucky's metal arm. Then he also beat the shit out of Green Goblin in No Way Home, and I could go on. But what's the most iconic thing about Spider-Man? Yes, it's his suit and his ability to shoot webs. Now it's time for a fun fact. Did you know that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is the only one who can actually shoot webs without a suit? Yeah, you heard it right. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and Tom Holland's Spider-Man both need a suit to shoot webs. I know it's just a small detail, but details matter. Also, speaking of the different Spider-Man actors, who do you think is the best? Tell me in the comments. Number 8, Captain America. And before any of the nerds says that Spider-Man beats Cap easily, they should take a look at this.
Trust me, kid. Cap wanted to lay you out. He would have. Listen to me. If you come across these weapons again, call Happy.
See? Even Tony Stark confirms that Cap is stronger than Spider-Man. And it's no wonder.
I can do this all day.
Steve is an absolute unit. His super strength allows him to do incredible things, such as lifting a freaking helicopter in Captain America Civil War. He's also worthy of lifting Mjolnir, which makes him a very powerful character. However, his true power lies in his agility and fighting skills. Oh, and we definitely shouldn't forget the legendary vibranium shield, Steve's famous weapon that saved his life multiple times. For example, when Peggy started shooting at him in this scene. And that was probably the first time the shield saved Captain America's life. Number 7, Iron Man. And before you say that Tony should be way higher on the list, please hear me out. Look, I'm also an Iron Man fan, but we gotta admit that there are way more powerful characters than Iron Man. But he's still very iconic. Speaking of iconic Avengers, do you know who is the best Avenger? Click here and watch this video to find out. Let's talk about Tony now. Who is Tony Stark?
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off, what are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
His suit collection is massive and he learns from his mistakes. For example, here when Ant-Man entered his suit. Tony's last suit was Mark 85 in Avengers Endgame, where he sacrificed himself, which was pretty sad, and there are more sad things you probably never noticed in Marvel, so click here and watch this video. Back to Iron Man's suits. There's a lot of his other iconic suits.
Bombardiro Crocodilo.
Mark 50 from Infinity War, Mark 46 from Civil War, Hulkbuster from Age of Ultron, and even Mark 1 from Iron Man 1, which is Tony's first suit. Number 6, Hulk. Now you might say that Hulk is strong as f***, and he deserves to be higher on the list, but we need to consider his last version as well, because Hulk's MCU evolution can be described like this.
It was perfect. Perfect.
Not great, not terrible.
If Marvel didn't nerf Hulk, I would put him higher on the list, but the newest version is just terrible. Get out! But there's still the Prime version of Hulk. This green beast is really strong and dangerous, so he definitely deserves to be on this list, and it's a shame that Marvel nerfed him. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who misses the good old angry version of Hulk. Before I show you the top 5, I need you to like the video and smash that subscribe button because you really don't want to miss my new videos, and we're also pretty close to the 300K milestone. Thanks. Okay, let's move on. Number 5, Vision. There are many reasons why this red robot is so powerful. First of all, he has a freaking Infinity Stone on his head, and that thing is powerful as hell. Take a look. Vision is also worthy of lifting Mjolnir, and he can even alter his density, and that is a very unique trait. However, as you probably know, Vision had a sad fate, and he ended up like this. But apparently, Vision will come back to the MCU because there's a Vision series, which should be released in 2026. He's also Wanda's husband.
My wife and her flying saucers.
My husband and his indestructible head.
And don't worry, we will talk about Wanda later, so keep watching. Number 4, Captain Marvel. Even though she's one of the most hated superheroes, and I gotta admit that I don't like her as well, she's also one of the most powerful superheroes. And that's like the only good thing about her. Sorry for being brutally honest, but it's the truth. For example, let's talk about The Marvels, which is the most recent movie where she appeared. And I gotta say, it was probably the worst Marvel movie I've seen. Plus, these cats reminded me of a horrific video. But I don't want to tell you just the negative stuff, so here are her feats and powers. Carol can fly very fast, and she also has enhanced strength, stamina, agility, and durability. Number 3, Doctor Strange. Stephen is one of the most powerful and iconic Marvel magicians. His powers are really impressive. Strange is able to open portals thanks to his ring. He can also fly thanks to his cloak of levitation. Stephen was also able to control time in the past, but he can't do that now because he doesn't have the Time Stone anymore. He's still very powerful, though. His recent movie was alright, and also a little bit shocking because Scarlet Witch was the villain, and yes, I'm going to talk about her soon. On the other hand, Strange's first movie is goated, and I gotta tell you, it's one of my favorite Marvel movies. Number 2, Scarlet Witch. Let's finally talk about Wanda. Some people might say that she's the strongest and most powerful Avenger because of her insane powers, but there's still someone stronger than her in my opinion. However, like I said before, her powers are really insane.
What mouth?
She was able to defeat many powerful characters, such as Professor X, Black Bolt, etc. But it wasn't always like this. She wasn't actually this strong from the beginning. For example, Captain America: Civil War. She was nothing in this movie compared to her current version. She is now the most powerful witch in Marvel. But now, it's time to see the strongest Avenger. Number 1, Thor. I mean, isn't it obvious? Thor is the god of thunder, and his abilities are next level. And I know that many people say that Scarlet Witch is able to defeat him, but one Stormbreaker strike and Wanda is gone. Thor would have to catch her by surprise, though. And why? Because Wanda could possibly control his mind, but Thor still takes the W. He also has some of the most powerful Marvel weapons, Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. Which one do you prefer? Tell me in the comments. Oh, and we can't forget the fact that Thor is the guy who beat Thanos. Speaking of Thanos, here's a video about the best villains in Marvel, so make sure to watch it because the top 5 might shock you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.